So Vanguard has recently launched, and in the game, weapons have a lot of levels you need to get through to get new attachments, grind for camos, that kind of thing. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing the fastest ways to level up your guns by getting more weapon XP in Call of Duty Vanguard. Got some really quick, broken methods that are going to help you level up the weapons as fast as possible, because I know it can be a really long and boring journey, but this makes it a lot easier. So I'll be covering the methods for multiplayer today, but I will be making a video in the future for like zombies and other modes as well. So definitely stay tuned to the end of the video so you don't miss out on any important tips on how to level up your weapon fast. But if you do want to jump to a specific part of the video, there will be timestamps in the description, so feel free to check them out if you need. Also, I'll have playlists and videos for like the camo guides, like headshots, long shots, point blank kills, all those kind of challenge guides and how to get gold guns. There'll be a playlist for that in the description again, and there'll be a card on screen, so feel free to check out any other camo guides or any other guides for Vanguard. I also have best class setups, tips and tricks, that kind of thing. So feel free to check it all out on my channel if you need help with anything like that in Vanguard. But without further ado, let's get into tips on how to level up your weapons even faster. I know I made a video on this the other day, but there's actually been quite a few new tips since then, so we're going to go through them. So the best game modes at the moment will be ones with more enemies, a fast pace, and lots of potential kills. So obviously, for example, in the normal way, I'd say like kill confirm, domination, TDM, patrol, free for all, those kind of modes, especially lean towards free for all modes like that. But right now in the game, Sledgehammer Games have actually just released a Das Haus mosh pit. Now this is a mosh pit with just Das Haus 24/7. This map is very small and fast paced. It's similar to like Shipment, Shoot House, Nuketown, that kind of map, and I presume this will become like the new fan favorite map that everyone will be begging to come back every weekend when it leaves, but I could be wrong. So definitely make use of it while it's around. It's really good for getting tons of kills in a short amount of time. You can level up your weapons, you can get camo challenges done, whatever. So it's a really great mosh pit. Definitely make use of it, because I assume this will definitely become an integral part of leveling up your weapons fast in the game in the future. As well as this, at the moment there isn't the option for it, but hardcore mode in general is quite good. Obviously you can play hardcore, but you can't play hardcore Das Haus. If they have hardcore Das Haus in the future, I'm sure that'll be even better, because hardcore modes obviously give enemies less health, so it's easier to get kills, especially with a low level weapon with no attachments. So definitely give it a go if you're playing other modes, but for Das Haus at the moment, the core Das Haus playlist, like the Mosh Pit 24/7 playlist, will be the best one. But another great mode, and it's actually even better in a sense than the Das Haus Mosh Pit, is Champion Hill. I'm sure you guys would have heard of it. It was in the Vanguard Alpha, and basically it's sort of a game mode where you've got like 5 different small maps, and enemies will kind of play one small team against another small team in either 2s or 3s. Then whoever wins goes and plays someone else, and eventually you kind of keep playing other teams until you get knocked out, and then you see how well you place. And obviously every now and then there's buy rounds. There's a kind of big arena section in the center of the map, and you can every now and then you'll be brought back there, and you can buy stuff like perks, equipment, weapons, that kind of thing. So playing this new game mode for Vanguard in one game, which was about 15 minutes, including sort of load times and so on, I was using the PPSH, and it got me from level 1 to level 14, almost level 15 to be honest, with only about 20 kills or so. You know, it might have even been slightly less than that, but you know, it got me quite high on the weapon level from using PPH. I never used it before in the game. Level 1, so pretty much level 15, and this was without a double weapon XP token, bear in mind. So if I'd been using one at the time, it probably would have been getting on for level 30, which is a massive chunk in just a short amount of time. So this is actually going to be a really great game mode. I'm assuming this is meant to be as good as this. Maybe they'll tune it down a little bit, but the reason why I think this is because it's a really great mode for weapon XP, and it's similar to how Fireteam Dirty Bomb was for Cold War. It was one of Treyarch's new modes, and I think as one of the incentives to play it, they kind of boost the weapon XP on it. In this game, I think Champion Hill is going to be their new mode they really want to push, and therefore weapon XP hopefully is going to stay as good as this. So it's a fantastic mode for weapon XP, really fast. However, the only thing is with this mode, you cannot absolutely choose your weapon. Unfortunately, you get given a starting weapon and then can buy from a selection of a few in the store, maybe about 5 to 10. But the weapons that appear there are randomly generated, so you might not get the weapon you're trying to level up, or you might, who knows. Hence, if you're trying to level up all weapons in general, this game mode is definitely really good for you, because obviously you can just use whatever weapon's there. Otherwise, try to buy the weapon you're trying to level up from the store, but if it's not there, you'll have to work on a different weapon, or hope it turns up next time, or leave the game, whatever. So you don't always get a guarantee of what weapon you're going to be given, so sometimes it might not be a weapon you're trying to level up, but if you're kind of trying to level up all of them, or if you want to give it a go, it's definitely worth trying, because if you do get the weapon of choice, it's really fast for getting weapon XP, incredibly good. In fact, if anything, it might be too good at the moment, but I'm not going to complain, obviously. So definitely 100%, if you want to give that a try, if you're all right in the mode, you know, obviously just try and play as good as you can. Use your cover, don't run a gun too much, be sensible, pick up lives when you see them, buy the stuff, upgrade your weapons, just try and do as well as you can in those matches to get placed better. You can get more kills, obviously, and the longer you stay in the match, the more weapon XP you get. So yeah, it's really good, and I really recommend it if you guys are interested in that. So aside aside from game modes, what other tips can I give you guys? Well, I think combat pacing is a setting in the game which you probably would have all started to hear by now. Maybe you're all familiar with it. It's basically a setting in the menu that determines how many players will be in your matches. So you've got tactical, which is a low amount of players, assault is a medium amount, and blitz is a high amount of players. Now obviously the maps in general, a lot of them are quite large, so tactical is not going to be very good because you're going to have to run around the map to find people. Assault and blitz is where you want to be. Now blitz can sometimes be a bit too hectic for people depending on the game mode, depending on the map, so it just depends. If blitz is too hectic, try and stick for assault, but I think sometimes it's worth trying to push for blitz because it can actually be even better to find more enemies. Obviously it's a bit more hectic, so you might die a bit more, but you're probably going to get more kills as well. So it's up to you which setting you want to go on for. I'd recommend either assault or blitz, but obviously if it's too hectic at all and you find you're just dying too much, obviously try and stick with assault. Now you won't always be given this, it's just a preference, it's not a guarantee, but always try and get into the matches with these specific combat settings that you want. Now in terms of the maps, I think as I've already said and pushed quite a lot, Das Haus is probably the best right now. It's small, fast-paced map like Shipment Shoe House Nuketown, so it's definitely worth trying that. Obviously in the mosh pit, or if it's standalone in a general rotation of maps, then obviously definitely make use of that. But there's other good maps as well, like Castle, Hotel Royale, Dome, those kind of maps. Just ones where there's lots of close quarters engagements, or it's a smaller map. It's really, really good to go for. But you know, most maps are okay, just not the really, really long ones where everyone's just sitting in the corner on tactical setting. That's just really not ideal. So those are the best maps, game modes, and settings. Now let's talk about some of the sources of weapon XP in the game, and then we'll talk about some boost methods which are really useful to increase the amount of weapon XP you're getting. So the first main thing is obviously getting assists. Now sometimes you won't always be able to kill someone, but if you put at least a bullet into them, it gives you a similar amount of weapon XP to getting a kill. So if you definitely can put at least one bullet in them, or try to kind of throw a stun at them or something, do whatever you can to kind of help with that kill, so that when a teammate comes and kills them, you get some points for it as well. It's very low effort, and obviously you get the reward of getting some weapon XP out of it. So definitely don't avoid assists. If you think you can at least put a bullet in someone, great, even if you don't think you're going to be able to kill them. Other thing like destroying equipment, kill streaks, and field upgrades, as this is easy XP, you know, you can shoot down a spy plane or a field mic or something like that. So obviously really not too difficult to get weapon XP from that. And then also in general, try to get more exciting kills for which you earn medals and hence more weapon XP. So things like headshots, long shots, bloodthirsties and other streaks, rapid kills, point blank medals, that kind of thing. Anything that's a little bit different than a standard generic kill will get you more weapon XP, so the more you can do that, the better. Now let's finally talk about some boost methods to kind of increase the amount of weapon XP you're earning, and I think some of these are really important and people often overlook them. So the first main thing which is new for this game is that certain operators will have a favourite weapon, and then when you're choosing a certain weapon with a specific operator, you'll get a weapon XP boost. So for example, the operator Daniel, his favourite weapon is the M1 Garand, Halima, her favourite weapon is the MP40, Roland's favourite weapon is the STG44, and so on. So if you use that operator for your weapon, as long as it matches up with their favourite one, then I think you get an operator XP boost as well, so you can level up them up faster. But obviously the main benefit for this video is that you also get more weapon XP just for playing as a different character. It makes no difference to you, but obviously it's a big help. So always try and put on the operator that has a favourite for your weapon. Obviously there's not a ton of operators right now, but I'm assuming when new DLC packs come out, new bundles come out in the store, they'll probably have new operators which have a favourite weapon for someone else. So obviously someone may be more likely to buy it just to level up their weapon a little bit faster. I don't know. I'm assuming that will happen, but who knows. So that is a really important point. Definitely make use of that. Check if any of the operators have the weapon that you need to level up first, and then obviously try and either unlock the operator or just select them if you've already got them. That's really good. Other things as well, like objective actions, so like capping a domination flag or something like that while using your weapon, or if you get a kill at these objective points, you'll get an XP boost, so that obviously gives you more weapon XP as well. So if you're doing that as well as more exciting kills and other things, it really helps to boost the amount of XP. Also equipping the surplus kit attachment for your weapon. Basically what this does, it allows you to earn additional XP per kill, but I believe it also allows you to earn additional weapon XP as well as normal XP as well. So I believe both of them count, but if I'm wrong, obviously I will let you guys know. Another thing is that double weapon XP weekends are going to be probably quite common, so take advantage of these when they come about, especially since the game has just recently launched. I assume there'll be one probably starting this weekend upcoming, so I will be very surprised if there isn't, so definitely make use of that. And the other main thing is that you can also get double weapon XP tokens in the game, so you can get these from the free PlayStation packs from the PlayStation Store if you're on PlayStation. The For You section of the store sometimes has bundles including double weapon XP tokens. Leveling up the battle pass to certain tiers, especially this pre-season battle pass, if you've got that, every now and then you'll get Vanguard tiers, and some of them will be weapon XP tokens, so obviously try and level up the battle pass as fast as you can. If you pre-ordered the game, I think digitally you should also have some weapon XP tokens, so obviously use those. Right now unfortunately ones from other games don't cross over to Vanguard, but in the near future, I'm assuming when they integrate Warzone and Vanguard, you'll be able to use the tokens from Warzone, Cold War and Vanguard all together. So if you've got ones on those games, you should be able to activate them and then use them on Vanguard. One last thing is that I'm assuming some point in the near future Sledgehammer Games are going to add the option to earn weapon XP tokens through daily challenges like we've been able to do with Cold War and Modern Warfare and Warzone. So if that comes out, obviously just complete any daily challenges or whatever to unlock those weapon XP tokens as well. I don't know when that will come. It may come soon, it may come in a few months, who knows. Finally, the last main boost is if you're on PlayStation, playing with a teammate either on PlayStation or through crossplay will give you a 25% weapon XP bonus. So paired with the other tips, it will allow you to level up your weapons really fast. So obviously try and combine all these tips together, decide what mode's best for you. Is it Das House Mosh Pit playlist? Is it the champion hero? It depends what weapon you're trying to level up. Use the operators and get as many exciting kills as you can. Play as well as you can to get as many kills, and you know, all these things combined, your weapon will be leveled up really fast before you know it. So these are the fastest ways to level up your guns currently in Vanguard. Obviously I've added some new tips from since the game launched. If you found these tips helpful, leaving a like on the video would be much appreciated so that other people can find the video too and level up their weapons fast. And you know, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on by clicking the bell icon to stay up to date with all my Warzone and Vanguard videos. If you have any other tips that I didn't mention in the video, then make sure to share them with us in the comment section so we can obviously learn from them. And as I previously mentioned, I'm going to be making a ton of useful multiplayer zombies and Warzone guides. So if any of this sounds good to you guys, obviously feel free to stay tuned to the channel, but also check out my recent camo guides for multiplayer, you know, the new Vanguard camos, headshots, long shots, point blank kills, that kind of thing. Feel free to check them all out on my channel. But thanks for watching, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you guys all on the next video.